working on it. See who pops up. I need to get. There we go. Alright, I got my feed on the side. Oh, let me turn that volume down. Alright. I'm going to destroy this thing. Raka, how you doing, honey? Let me try to get this back up here. There we are. Alright, now I can see your feed. Do I ever get any rest? No, I usually don't. Originally I was going to call this the Silver Vampires because none of us ever sleep. We always just freaking stay up all the time. Alright. What's up, sweetheart? My little honey bean up in Alaska. No, I figured I'd just go for it. You know me. I was with MLZB and Cash Money, Trace Amigos, Jenny Sweetheart. I was hanging out with them. John, hey buddy, what's going on? Y'all pile in. We got some stuff to talk about. I need to figure out how to do this so it's not a stand-up. I need to do the side thing. I would love to be able to tip it sideways. I know I did it once before, I think. I'm not sure. This damn thing. This thing is so freaking cheap. I have to like crank it way up high and just like kind of drag it down slowly. There we go. That's pretty decent view. Chatter, what's up, my brother? Katita, what's up? Mountain. Also, Deneen, you know Mountain? He's good people. We can smurf him up. Now, if you approve. Yeah, I got everybody's mail in a big old bag. Here, hold on. I don't want to try to screw up the view here. Not. I got everybody's mail right here, so that's gonna be sent out tomorrow. Don't want nobody getting worried. No, it took me a little bit. I'm in the middle of freaking moving and trying to reorganize my life. I've always dealt with stress and anxiety in not a very good way. It takes me a lot to deal with change. And this is a big change for me. So, I'm working on it. And I'm getting through it. So, that's pretty much all I can say right now. But everybody's package is going to go out tomorrow. And then I have to be back here at 2 o'clock because I have a title agent coming tomorrow for papers for me to sign. Because my dad died probably about 3 years ago, and he had a house with the woman that he remarried, and he had paid for half the house. Well, he paid the house off, so it was 50-50 split with them. She's gone to live with her daughter, and the other half of the house is between me and my two sisters. So it's been sold. The title agent is coming here tomorrow, and I will be having a very nice check coming to me very shortly. So that's a good positive thing. Ain't nothing better than money. And you know what I'm gonna buy with it? Yeah, I think you do. It ain't gonna be a car. I'll tell you that. David, how you doing, brother? Ain't seen you in a while. Thanks for coming in. We got Katita, we got Chasing with Cheddar, we got Raka, we got Deneen. Come on in, hit that like button, say hello, howdy do, you do all your good shit. This is a good night. This is a good night, and I know what I got tomorrow off too, so that's even better. I don't deal with change very well. I am a creature of habit. I go to the same store, I buy the same shit, I drive the same route. I'm not a I'm more of like an introvert than anything else, which is really funny because I'm up here talking to you people all the time. But I guess, I mean, because I'm not face to face with you, maybe it's easier for me. I don't know, but I love y'all like your family, but it's just a lot easier for me to do this than to, you know, sit down and actually have a conversation with somebody face to face. It might sound weird. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe y'all know where I'm coming from, but I like my bubble. I like my quiet space. Yeah, I hate moving. I've done pretty good so far. I need to get a little bit more furniture in here, but you know, probably next week I'll be able to freaking buy whatever the hell I want. But all I really need is a nice entertainment center with a bunch of drawers. I need a bunch of drawers to put all my shit in. I need like a big, huge entertainment center, and I gotta have a nice TV. It doesn't have to be huge, but I want a nice TV. I love my movies. Oh, Rocka, it's done. The freaking check is just a matter of it getting deposited in my bank account. I've got I got a good check coming. Let's just say that. Now I just got to get the new landlord to chill out a little bit. I gave him 500 freaking last week. I get another 300 for him today. It's like, just I told you, I'm selling a freaking house. I have the fucking money. Don't worry about it. I even offered to let him hold on to silver. Yeah, I'm gonna be tapping into a little bit of I'm gonna be hitting some gold, most definitely, and I'm definitely gonna be making my silver stack bigger. But I need to buy a lot of rounds, a lot of pouring silver. The funny thing is, I mean, if you go to buy shot from a company, somewhere. You know, it actually costs you more to buy shot than it would to buy a buffalo round. Now, isn't that freaking crazy? I mean, you're sending me a bunch of little BBs of shot when I could just buy a buffalo round for cheaper. I ain't ever paid taxes on none of this shit. This is like the third. I've gotten two checks from my dad's estate, and they really helped me out because that's back when I had my stroke, and I lived on it. I mean, I got, you know, I think the first check I got from my father's estate was like 20,000. The other one was like 10,000. No, and that was money I lived on just to survive. I mean, I had a stroke. I had all these different hospital issues. I had a perforated ulcer because I was taking so much aspirin. I was taking so much BC powder. BC powders are like 1,000 milligrams of pure aspirin. I was taking like six of them a day. So I destroyed my stomach because that's how bad my hip hurt. Hey Bart, welcome up. Come on in. Blue collar's here too. Hey guys, come on in. Settle on in for a long ride. Y'all are welcome in my house anytime. Blue collar, my Pensacola buddy. Blue, I told you, you need to run with this. I want to get a group of people for Florida. Go do something, get a coin shop, something. I mean, you got the name a lot bigger than I do. I mean, I think you should run with it. Hey, Tim. Tim's in the house. Well, I'm gonna be pouring soon. I promise you. I've got some silver stashed aside, and I've got this special little. Where is it? Right here. I showed it to you before. This is going to be the Excalibur sword, and I started actually sanding and filing on it last night. Trying to get it nice and smooth. Because there's some lines in there from the printing. So I want to get all that. This side's pretty good. This side's still a little bit rough, but I want to get all that smoothed out. And I told you I'm going to do the Excalibur in the stone. That's going to be my next pour. But I got to finish up Popeye. Popeye's right here. Looking pretty damn good, I might say. I got a couple of spots. I got one spot up here, and I got between his legs. I gotta clean out. And you notice Popeye here has no pipe, but through the magic of Cartier Silver, oh, what has he got now? He's got a cigarette or a big stogie, but I believe that I am going to be able to put a little piece of shot right at the end, and make a nice little pipe. But I got a little bit of work to do. I come home late, so I can't really start grinding on this. But I got him pretty much cleaned up. I did some filing on him last night because that doesn't make noise. But I got him looking really good. I'm really happy with how Popeye is coming out. I just gotta wait till tomorrow to do the inside and between his legs. But he's gonna come out great. He's gonna stand up nice. I'm gonna, cut a little bit of the sprue off, just like I did with Bluto. I got Bluto. I even got Bluto in the bag. He's ready to go. Pull this one. There you go. This is all for Mr. Minix. He sent me these little figures. He's like, says, I can't get nobody to pour these things. Nobody wants to do it. Either they want way too much or they don't even want to try. I was like, well, send them to me. I'll see what I can do. So here we have Bluto. Let me get behind there so you're not. He's all finished up. He's already gone through the tumbler. The only thing I got to do is stamp the bottom. But he's looking awesome. He came out to be a nice, beautiful little piece. Mr. Minix is so excited about this. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to put my big CS on the bottom. But I will be able to put the weight and probably a little, I'll figure it out. I'll get a CS on there somehow. But they're coming out great. I mean, you can see the difference between, when they're in the tumbler and not in the tumbler. Isn't it freaking awesome? I'm really proud of these pieces. I really am. They came out really cool. And I love the fact that nobody else wanted to pour them. Nobody else wanted to take it on. Nobody else wanted to do the work. God damn it, you sent it to me. Freaking Cartier Silver will do it. Blue collar headed out. Take care, buddy. Think about that Florida shit. We need to get some people together. But I'm probably gonna pour this first, all by itself. Just because I think it would be so cool to have a freaking silver sword. I'm probably gonna pour that by itself, and I do have some cheap gems. That I pulled out of jewelry and stuff like that. So I'm thinking about actually like drilling these holes out and super gluing it or whatever I have to do. But make sure that the sword is all nice and smooth, pretty high silver and polished, and then I can antique, the crest here, the hilt, I think it's called. The hilt of the sword. Do that in kind of like a nice bluish, goldish tone, and then do a nice dark for the grip on the sword, and have this all nice and high polished on the top with a nice little gem inside of it. I think you can see what I'm talking about. Vision it in your mind. Come on, you can do it. But I think that'd be awesome. All right, so let's see who is going on here. Clown Girl, hello. Welcome aboard. I ain't seen you around. Let's see what you got going on. 3 days ago, no subscribers? Yeah. You're going to have to do better than that, honey. But welcome aboard. Ronald, what's up, buddy? How you been? Oh, Curtis, come on. I ain't the fucking man. There's a lot of good damn pourers out there. I'll tell you that. There really are. I appreciate the pourers who are actually pourers. Not the machine crap that they can process with their big factory. I mean, I appreciate something more like this than being able to just stamp something out, run it through a freaking mill. You know, who I haven't heard from in a while is Ron Navy. Ron Navy, are you out there anywhere? Because I'm getting ready to. I'm sure those of you who have watched me know that I did a series on all these ships. I went down here, this first row, and I did them all as shorts. Here, all the way down. Now I'm getting ready to do 5 long series. I'm going to go across the top. I'm going to talk about where the ship came from, what the time zone was. I mean, because when I did a short on just 5, it was just a basic, what the ship's name was. That's it. Now we're going to get into some serious shit. We're going to start talking about who these people were. I mean, a lot of this top row here is basically a lot of pharaohs, and it goes into Japan. So we're going to talk about who these owners were, who the pharaohs were, what time zone it was, what they carried, what they did. We're going to get into each and every individual one of us. So we're going to have 5 series coming up right across the board. But I can't wait to do that. And I'm also working on getting a second set of these. Because Blue Blocker, he has the second set. This is where the original set came from. Blue Blocker had it, and he told me, he says, if you want it, he says, I'll sell it to you. I was like, I want it for a 500 gaw. I need to get up to that 500 mark. I don't care if I ever get monetized or not, but I want to hit that freaking mark. And this would be an amazing freaking gift if I can score the second one. I ain't giving away the original. But if I could score a second one, hell yeah, that would be an amazing gaw for somebody. 500. Y'all gotta pump me up. You gotta get me out there. Come on, hit the like, subscribe, hit the share button, get everybody involved. Like I said, I don't care if I'm ever monetized or not. I mean, I do my pours. That's what I want to do. I got more people calling me, asking me to do pours. You know, that's what I want to do. I'm getting ready to go on to pure metals, but I can't keep up. I need to take like a week's vacation where I can just pour, just flat out pour all freaking week long, and just have a bunch of stuff, to be able to put on pure metals or be able to offer to anybody out there who's interested. It's been crazy, and with this move, it's been even worse. But I'm getting through it. And with the help of a big freaking fat check, yeah, I think it's gonna be good. Rasbobo, yeah, I'm not too worried about it. And when it's just a milestone. Like I said, I don't care if I'm ever freaking make any money off of YouTube or not. I'm happy with what I'm doing. That's the only thing that matters to me. I wanna pour your little projects, make them come out perfect when everybody else can't. No, as long as my pours are out there and people still want them, I'll keep pouring. I don't make a whole lot of money. I really don't. I'm not out to make money. You know, I've heard some of these other big places. Oh, they're so big that they sell their silver, you know, prototypes for $1,000 an ounce. Now, I'm not into it. I want to make a little bit of money, be able to pour some more silver. Half of the stuff that I do all the time, more than half of the stuff that I do all the time, is a trade. It's like you send me some silver, I'll pour something for you, and we just do it that way. As long as I got more silver to pour with, I don't care if you fill my bank account. I can fill my bank account all by myself. I wouldn't seen Alaska. Yeah, Alaska, beautiful place. Actually, I have one of my bosses is up there right now. They're doing one of those like long tours with the cruise ship. No, you can never be ready for winter. Alexandra, hello. Hope I'm saying that right. I don't know. There's a Alexander. Everybody writes everything crazy. Hell, half the time I don't know if I'm talking to a woman or a man. I get corrected. Trust me, I get corrected. I'll be like, "Oh, hey, buddy." I think, "Oh, it's not buddy." I think, "All right, well, it's kind of hard, by your YouTube name." So, yeah, that would be cool, Cheddar. Go up in the mountains and in the woods and do a nice prospecting. I'd be such a novice if I ever tried to prospect and pan gold. I'd probably be throwing out shit that's freaking worth like God knows how much. So I don't know what that is. It's like, dude, that's a freaking piece of gold. Didn't look like it to me. So I'm a total idiot when it comes to that. But I'd like to learn. I might get one of those bags from one of you guys and try to give it a shot. And I'm sure Humble could talk me through it, or Curtis could talk me through it and on what I'm supposed to do. Hey, so. Oh, damn. What time is it? Oh, it's only 2:11. That's not too bad. I've been a lot deeper than that before, but I ain't got to go to work in the morning, so like I said, I'm cool. We can hang out, we can talk. Check this out. I've been trying to go through my change. Now, this is just from turn this the right direction here. All that stuff is from Coinstar. Everything here that you see on this table, this is all Canadian. I've separated some of that. These are all euros. Euros are like $2.50 a piece. I've got a little pile over here of like Asian and Mexican stuff, pesos. I've got I got francs. I've got all kinds of weird ass shit. Here's one from that's Saudi Arabia. That's an Arabian coin. That was found in a coin star. No, and this is just stuff that I've found. You know, we got we got a couple here. I know they got holes in them, and they are Asian. I believe they're Asian. But I've got to go through all this stuff. I'm just trying to separate it by class right now. You know, country. You know, and by whether you're copper, whether you're clad. You know, brass. So I'm trying to get those all. I'm trying to get all that shit figured out. But I got a huge freaking bag that I have to go through. Who's the girl underneath the microscope? You don't know who that is? Are you seriously? Are you kidding me? Avocado, what's going on? Rasbobo. Do you not recognize Marilyn Monroe? I bought this, oh hell, months ago. You know, it's just a nice little commemorative piece. No, it's not. It wasn't expensive, but I think I spent like $7 or $8 for it. You know, it's got the gold leaf and shit like that, but that's my Marilyn Monroe. Come on, y'all know what's up. Gotta have Marilyn. Oh, don't fall down, sweetheart. Come on, get your ass back up there. Ah, oh, that's what Kennedy said. There you go. She's back in her home. But yeah, I keep that on my microscope. It's a good screensaver. Try to I moved my freaking camera. Let's try to get this shot back better here. Alright, there you go. See that? Cocktails and coins. Cartier Silver up all night. It doesn't say fucking nobody else's name up there, does it? So if you see cocktails and coins out there, it ain't me. I don't have a channel called Cocktails and Coins. This is just a little show I do once in a while. Come up here and talk to all you great people. But what else you want to get into? I mean, is there anything that you guys want to know? Do you have? Does anybody have a question for me? Does anybody want to know something? You know. You know, I'm pretty much an open book. So you can pretty much ask me whatever you want. You can ask me about anything that's on my desk. You know, if you want me to break something out, you know, you just give me a holler. I mean, it's pretty accessible right now. My safe isn't here yet, so I got pretty much everything just like scattered. When am I going to start the Excalibur pour? I will probably, because I need to do a test on the house. I will probably try to pour, just the sword tomorrow because I got all day off, and I got the garage to work in too. And but the thing is, with the garage, you got to make sure that the proper amperage is in the plug that I'm going to go into, because I have an electric furnace and I don't want to be kicking breakers off. So I'll probably do this as a quickie, just the sword itself. Make sure that the electric is right, because I might have to go changing breakers, and then I'm gonna get really into it. Um, Actually, I can give you my schedule. This is the way I do it. Bam. There's a way to actually print it out, but I have not only do I have Friday off, but then I have Tuesday and Wednesday off. So a Tuesday and a Wednesday would probably be really cool to try to pour it. That way, if I have an issue, I can go buy a breaker and change something, change something over. But I need to see how the electric is going to work in the new house. But yeah, I'm probably going to do just the sword by itself first. I think that would be cool. Maybe I can sharpen it up and use this for a letter opener. I don't know how good silver would sharpen up. I know it's pretty soft. Silver is real soft, but it's still gonna look damn good on my desk. But we got a bunch of rocks out front. My roommate is into all the landscaping and all that, making everything pretty. She's pretty cool with all that shit. The other guy, I found him passed out in the freaking front porch when I came in. He's a young kid. He don't know yet. But he was passed out in the chair when I came in from home. When I came home from work, I just let him sleep. I ain't gonna wake your ass up. You're the dumbass who got that fucked up and you're sleeping. Oh, Bart, that sucks. The video didn't come out, but hey, the pour came out. That's what's great. Videos can be tough. I mean, I've gone through, a whole series, like a half hour, 45 minute, video that I made, or a short, or a live feed, and it just disappears sometimes. It's like, what the hell? I just did this. Where is it? It disappears. But hey, as long as you got the piece, you can still take a picture of that piece and post it and show everybody what you did. Told you got to make that first step, man. Just do it. Bart, I was a newbie, back in what was it, January. I had I started I started my YouTube channel. I think it was back in November or December. But I did that only for the purpose of, I didn't want my name to be like XY53 question mark pound, you know, 125 or whatever the hell it was. I don't remember. So I wanted it to have an actual name for when I was commenting on my videos. So I came up with Cartier Silver, and I just used that as my name, and then it was like I was getting pushed into, well, you need to put your pores on videos and stuff like that, and it's like I didn't really care to have a YouTube channel. I really didn't. This was not my plan, but it kind of goes hand to hand with what I'm doing, and apparently, I had previous speaking experience, so I can be able to talk to people for a long time. Bart, I'm gonna have to go back and I'm gonna have to find it. But yes, I will definitely go back and I will find your first short. Actually, let me do that right now because I can do that right now. Channel activity. Who pushed me? I need to go. I need to go back out of here. I'm afraid to touch it. I'm afraid to touch it on my. Let me go back. I can do it on this one. Oh no, I can't. Oh Bart, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I know I pushed you. Avocado, you can't be scared. I mean, you have to basically, you know, everybody here is your friend. Nobody here is gonna mock you saying, "Oh my God, you coughed," or "You did this," or "You did that." You know, you farted. You know, I could hear you peeing in the bathroom. You're doing a freaking live stream for a couple hours, and you're having a cocktail at the same freaking time. Yeah, you're gonna have to get up and go pee. And if you hear it in the background, that's your problem. I mean, you're the one looking for it. You're the one listening for it. So I've told every single person, multiple times, you're going to see me succeed. You're going to see me fail, but you're going to see it all because I don't edit shit. I have never edited one of my videos, and I never will. I just dropped the goddamn megalodon tooth on the floor a couple days ago, and it shattered because the floor was tile. Because I was used to carpet in my other place, and I fumbled and I dropped it and it shattered, and I got it super glued back together. It's good to go. I'll show you. She's all good to go again. I only bought it to pour it anyway, so it's all good. It's all nice and pretty. See, as long as I don't drop it on the freaking floor again, I'm fine. But no, don't be afraid. I mean, talk to your friends. That's all you got to do. You just come up here, you have a conversation, you talk about the stuff that you love. Like my big interest right now is pouring the sword, so I'm going to talk about it. My big interest right now is, the job that I did on Bluto and Popeye for Mr. Minix. You know, Popeye is still in a rough stage, but he's coming. He's coming quick. I believe I will have Popeye finished tomorrow, and he will be in the tumbler, and he'll be ready to ship out probably Saturday. Because I still want to talk to Mr. Minix. Because I don't know. I think if I, you know, um, antique the stone, I think it would look really cool, like he's actually standing on a stone. So I'm thinking I want to antique the stones the platform that he's on. But I think it's gonna be really cool. You can you can't be self conscious about it. You really can't. I mean, the only thing that really makes anybody have any fear is because they've never done it before. Just do it and get it over with. And then you're not going to have that fear anymore. And you'll get comfortable. When I used to publicly speak, I was a freaking idiot. I was stumbling. I was um, um, and I don't know. You know, it takes a little bit of practice, but once you get into it, it's not that big of a deal. Once you have to find your comfort zone, and then you can just speak to everybody, just like you're talking to somebody. You know, if you need to find a focal point on your wall and just talk to it, or take a picture of like Marilyn Monroe and just talk to her all day. Tell her your story. Hey, Marilyn, don't use her name because that'd be creepy, but just talk to her. Tell her your story, or tell your skull. Tell your skull your story. Hey, blooper reels are great too, man. I'm telling you. I wish I had some of my blooper reels because the first time I poured this, it came out pretty good, but the very tips here didn't come out right. So they're like kind of like cut off, and I could have fudged it and rounded it off with a grinder or something like that or a Dremel. And I was like, no, I'm just gonna re-pour it. So when I went to re-pour it, it was the way it was sitting. I don't know what happened, but there was 8 ounces of freaking silver that just came busting out of the freaking side of the mold, and it was all over the fucking tray. That's why we pour in like cookie sheets. And that way, when the silver does like pour out, I mean, at least you can contain it and it's not dripping on the floor or nothing like that. But this thing burst out of the side of it. And that would have been a great freaking video. That would have been a great video for everybody to see. It's like, I'm telling you. I mean, I poured poo beer probably 4 or 5 times before I finally got it right because I was listening to my freaking jackass roommate. And he was like, "Oh, just doing it as a push cast, and just don't worry about the back. It's a 3D freaking Pooh Bear. It has a front, it has a back. Once I poured it my way, I poured that thing like 4 or 5 fucking times. Never came out right. Once I did it my way, bam, perfect. So I don't fucking listen to nobody no more. Sorry about my mouth, but it's 2:30 in the freaking morning, and I'm drinking Four Loco, so you just deal with it. But I got my desk all set up. I think you all seen that before. Here's some of my lights. I got another one over there in the corner. I got We the People up on the wall. Here's my little what the hell do they call that thing? Tablet, because it's not a laptop. It's a tablet. That's how I watch all your feeds. And I got everybody's mail, all my letters from all my people, my friends. I keep you up there. I straightened out Cartier Silver a little bit. I mean, it was really crooked. When I think the A needs to be turned a little bit. The G should drop down a little bit. But I had to peel that off of my old wall when I moved, and I stuck it on a piece of wax paper. But it broke into like, oh my god, there's a break there, there's a break here, there's a break there, there's a break here. Everything broke. It's like 20 freaking pieces that I was trying to put back together off of a piece of wax paper. But at least I got it close. Jason Cheddar, where's your sticker? Um, it's either on the back of my truck I think it's on the back of my truck. If it's not on the back of my truck, it's down here on the base of my table, which it could be. I got. I think you're on the back of my truck. So you need to send me another one so I can put you on the table. But I have two places. I have my table that I put everybody on, and I have my back window of my truck. And you can go see the in a short. If you want to go check out my shorts, you'll see the back window of my truck. All right, Cheddar. Let me ask you this question: who did you send it to? Did you send it to me or did you send it to Jeff Rubin? Because if you send it to Jeff, I'll never fucking see it. He's a fucking thief. Just like Art by Bull. Art by Bull was supposed to have sent me a coloring, one of his art books that he made, but it was by via Jeff, so I never freaking saw that either. I'd appreciate that, Curtis. I really would. Because believe me, if I had your sticker, it would be here. It was probably something you sent to him, or he snagged out of the fucking mail, and I never saw it. Why do you think I moved? Why do you think I moved out of that fucking place? He's a fucking troll. I had silver come up missing. I couldn't prove it, so I never said anything, but, I was done. I'm done. That's why I moved. And now he's running around trying to do his cocktails and coins show. Y'all need to freaking just block that asshole. Dislike his videos. I mean, y'all can do whatever you want. I mean, I really don't care. But, you stealing my shit, using my name, my keep on keeping on that I do all the time. Now he's got a whole freaking series of videos of different music of keep on keeping on. What a freaking joke. What's your problem? I mean, just freaking go away. Leave me alone. Yeah, happy thoughts. I'm trying, my brother. I'm trying. It's not easy when you got a troll on your ass. Just freaking leave me alone. Moved out of there because I didn't want anything to do with you anymore. I had too many people complain. Too many people, when I had him on the show, they'd be like, "What the hell's wrong with him? Why is he saying this shit?" It's like, he's Jeff. I don't know what to tell you. You know, he's. I'm done. And when I told him, that I was done, and you're not going to videotape my pores anymore. I don't want you to have anything to do with my channel anymore. He fucking beat on my door, threatening to beat my ass. And I'm not worried about it. I mean, you know, let's just say he's way out of shape, and I'm not worried about it. But the point was, you actually did that to me after everything that I freaking did for you. So I'm dropping it. I'm dropping it. I'm dropping it. Let's just leave it that. I'm done. I'm not worried about it. I'm in a new place. I got new people to live with. And actually, I lived with Christine, probably about 9, 10 years ago. I was living with this one guy. I was renting a room, and he wound up talking to his old, like, high school girlfriend, Christine, on Facebook. And they wind up getting together, and she moved down here, and I was her first friend when she moved down here. And we lived together for a long time. Well, they lived together, but I was living in the one of the rented rooms, and we work together now. And she was like, "I got a room." She's like, "If you need it." It's like, "All right, cool." And when the shit happened with Jeff, I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm done." 1 week I was out. Bam! I told the landlord. I said, "I'm going." I said, "Don't let him know shit." I said, I want to be out of here before he freaking goes crazy again. I'm out. Well, I told you, Rocka, before. My black book, my address book. Nobody touches that. Nobody sees it. I don't give out anybody's information whatsoever to anybody. I will ask permission first. Say, so and so wants your information. Can is that okay? You know, I do that all the time. Get happy titties? Oh, I'd love to get happy titties. But nobody's got anybody's information whatsoever. I've showed it to you. This is my log. It's gotten really thin because I've been when I send mail out, I usually rip out a piece of paper, write the address on it, and go from there. But I got everybody's addresses. I've got my log book, of stuff that I used to. I haven't completed my log book in God knows how long. But that was my log book on all the stuff that I bought. And I've got no, you can't see that one. That's addresses. But this section here is all about 90% silver. These are my Ben Franklins, my Mercury dimes. I'm working on. I got 2 sets of each that I'm working on. There's another set of Mercury dimes, the Roosevelts, and every time I get one, I got San Francisco, Philadelphia, Denver, and whenever I collect one of those dimes, I mark it off. These ones here. I mean, I've got 1916 Mercury dime. I have San Francisco. I have Philadelphia, but I have no Denver. That Denver is going to cost me like 500, $600 just on the cheap end. But I'm going to get it. I'm going to fill them all out. You can see all the ones that they got lines through it. That means I've collected them all. I've collected them all. I've got. I think I need 28 more, but that might not be updated. But I do that with the Roosevelts, the Standing Liberties, the Washington Quarters. I don't have a whole lot of that, but I started doing it. Then I got some Liberty on these. This is what Bello needs. So if anybody has Mercury dimes out there, Bellows Forge needs these. The ones that are circled, I've already sent them. But that's what we do for each other. I mean, I've got his freaking list that what he needs, and when I come across new dimes, I go through my stuff first, obviously, and then I'll go through Bellows' list. And if I got something, I'll be like, "Hey, buddy, guess what? I came across this dime. I think you need it." He'll update me here and there. Yeah, I gotta set up a better system. My little black my my black book doesn't really work so much anymore. I need to actually get something set up. But I got everybody's address in there. Your emails. Well, your emails are in my phone. Your phone numbers are in my phone, which nobody is allowed to touch whatsoever. But I keep everybody's information private. I would never give out anybody's phone number, anybody's. I won't even give out somebody's email without their permission. It's like, no, you need to tell me, you want it out there, or you want me to let so and so have it, and then I'll release it. No, I wouldn't want anybody out there, just throwing around my address or phone number. I mean, I put my email right on the wall. There it is. You want something? You want to talk to me? Email's right there. Cartier Silver 9 at gmail.com. If you can't get a hold of me by that, then you don't need to get a hold of me. And from there, if things are cool, I will give you my number, and then we can talk, text. I mean, whatever you want to do. Because I got people all the time, emailing me. Oh, I want this. I want this. All right. Well, I usually come back with another email saying, well, what are you looking for? What do you want to do? Do you want to send me something to pour? Like a Bluto, or do you have something that you need poured, or do you want just one of my rounds or something like that? You got to let me know what you want. I'll work with you. Pay me in silver, pay me in cash, either or. It doesn't make a difference to me because if you pay me in cash, all I'm going to do is go buy some rounds so I can melt them. So I prefer that you just pay me in silver. That way I'm good. The first coin that you sent him, no, I don't think I saw that. I might have saw it, and I just don't really understand. I can tell you flat out. I remember being washed in a bathtub, well, washed in the kitchen sink as a child, a little child, to fit into a kitchen sink. I remember being washed in a kitchen sink. But sometimes I can't tell you what happened last week. I mean, I'm getting old, I'm getting older. I'll be 56 in September. So I'm moving on. I'm getting there. I got a great job. I got 9 years till I retire. I'm going to take some of this money, that I'm going to be getting from the house sale, and I'm going to be putting it into the stock for the company because we basically, as how can I say this? Oh fucking, I'm just going to tell you. I work for Publix. I work for Publix grocery stores. We own the company. The people who work there own the company. And certain times of the year, they allow you to um, buy extra options in stocks. So I'm probably going to drop probably about 10 grand on just that. And with that, and the other stuff at work, within 9 years of my retirement, I'll probably be pretty good. Plus, all the gold and silver that I buy, I think I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. I'm not gonna have to worry about nothing. Yeah, I'll be 56 in September. September 2nd, actually. Less than a month away. Bart, are you headed out? All right, buddy. I appreciate you. Yeah, be kind. I mean, treat everybody like it's the goddamn golden rule. Just like God told you. Treat others as you want to be treated and love your God with all your heart. It went from 645 commandments down to 10 with Moses. And then Jesus turned it into two. Love your God with all your heart and love your neighbor as you love yourself. So all you got to do is go out there and treat everybody that you meet, whoever it might be, the way you want to be treated. If you do that, your life is going to be so much better. You're going to come across assholes and you shrug it off and it's like, oh, sorry. Have a great life. Tim is 51. But yeah, I work in a great place, and we are seriously busy. We're the second busiest store in the state of Florida. The only other store that's busier than us is Orlando. One of the stores in Orlando, but we are nailed constantly, and season is coming up, and I'm already pushing some serious freaking hours, and you know people haven't come back yet. Because some of the college kids go home, and all summer long we've been like fighting. I got nobody to close with. I should have at least 3 or 4 people to close with. Sometimes I'm down to like, oh, I got one person. I was like, that's freaking crazy. The hours are great. I mean, the money's great, but I mean, sometimes you get so freaking beat. I mean, when you get a day off, you sleep half of it away just trying to catch up. So I'm hoping that's not going to happen tomorrow because I got tomorrow off. And like I said, I got a 2 o'clock appointment. I need to sign this paperwork with this title company, and so I can get my freaking check. I got to send out everybody's mail. Like I showed you before. I got everybody's mail right there. It's all ready to go. It's all addressed. Everybody's in there. I can't show you the other side, but they're all in there. Tim, I'll have to go and check out your email. If you sent me an address, I'll probably pop that one out tonight, and I'll send that with all the rest of the mail in the morning. You used to live in Florida. Where'd you live? I'm in Fort Myers. I live in kind of like the vacation area. My store is right next to the college, FGCU. Oh, Gainesville. Yeah, that would be up there, way at the top. That's up near Tallahassee. Gainesville Green. Yeah, I'm down here in like Spring Break area. I'm next to the college. Oh my God. I'm not even gonna go there, but let's just say all the college people come into into the store, and I work in the deli, and they're all wanting those chicken tender subs and all the other subs that we have, blah blah blah. But they'll come in on a weekend in just a freaking bikini. I'm just gonna leave it there. I mean, I'm not gonna say anything more because then I'm gonna be the perverted old man, which I'm not, but I'm still young in my mind, so it doesn't hurt to look. And there's a lot of freaking eye candy. Oh my God. John, what's up, my brother? How you doing? How far am I from Bushnell? I don't really know how far I am from away from Bushnell. I'm in Fort Myers. Yeah, I'm ready to go out there and need to repopulate my glass a little bit because look what the hell that happened. How'd that happen? Yeah, Rocka, I broke. I told you I broke my other one. I had it on the table, and it had what was it? Freaking! It was actually a phone charger cord that wrapped around the bottom of it. So when I went to go grab my phone, it's this just went right off the table and smashed all over the floor. I think I got all the glass. There might be a couple more pieces underneath my bed that I haven't discovered yet, but I'm not worried about those. But I had said something to my roommate, and they went and got me a new glass, nice and plastic, so I don't have to worry about it no more. It's cool. I mean, it's not what I'm used to, but I like that old Scotch glass that I had. All right. Well, why don't you all take a minute, chill out, say hello, and Papa's gonna get a brand new bag. Hooty hoo! What's up, everybody? Cartier Silver coming at ya. Airstrain, how you doing? Now that's actually. Now, would you say that as artisan? Suda, where you at? I, when did you sneak in here? Yeah, well, you know me. It's Cartier Silver. Up all night. I've been a night owl my entire life. Even when I was a kid, I was a night owl. Yeah, where are you at? I think everybody should drop their state. Everybody drop your state where you're at. Cheddar, you're in Jersey? Well, I should probably know that from my freaking my notebook. But I got a lot of I got a lot of names in there. You're from India? Wow, welcome. Indiana? Illinois, baby. Yeah, I know. Like I said, I got everybody in my book, but I got a lot of names in my book as well. So it's kind of hard to keep up and know exactly where everybody lives. Yeah, and that's what I think is so cool about YouTube. I mean, I've got people in Australia, I've got people obviously in India, I've got, you know, England. I've got them all over the place. I think it's so cool that we can all, you know, whatever differences, we might have or with our countries or whatever, we can still sit down here and talk like people, like family. That's what I want for, the entire world. I mean, I'm so tired. I'm so over this Gaza shit and everything else. It's like, can't we all just freaking? I'm not gonna say get along, but I mean, it needs to be over with. Everything needs to be over with. This threat with China taking over Taiwan, this and that, Cuba. Why can't we all just help each other and grow our economies. And yeah, you live a different life than we do, or your country is different than we are, but that's what makes us people. Everybody's different. That's why America is such a melting pot. You know, working at the store that I work at, I see so many different people. I see Russians, I see Germans, I see people from England, I see people from Ukraine. You know, all the different Spanish aspects. I mean, you can't really tell where they're all from. There's a lot of Cubans, a lot of Mexicans. Um, there's the Puerto Ricans. I mean, just everybody. It's like they all come in. Half of them come in and show you a cell phone. It's like, oh, this. It's like they get to look at their freaking cell phone and see what they want to order, and then you got to figure out if they want it cut thin or thick or however they freaking want it. But I mean, we all make it work. They come in. That's not a problem. We by the time you leave, you're happy with what you got. And we all have to do that. We all have to give a little bit. That's all I'm saying. Give a little bit. Now, there's a lot of people who shouldn't be here, but that's being taken care of. But the ones that want to be here, I don't want to get political on you. I really don't. I'm a Trump supporter. I've been a Trump supporter from frickin' day one. I think he's doing an awesome and amazing job. If you don't like that, then I'm sorry, but the the facts and the figures speak for itself. The Democrats are doing nothing but trying to destroy, everything that he's trying to accomplish, and he's still winning. I mean, we got trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars coming into the United States now from all these foreign countries because he is a badass. That's all I'm going to say. Cheddar. But I'm going to leave it at that. I just I just wish that both parties would work together and quit trying to fight each other. I mean, they've thrown everything at Trump but the kitchen sink, and he's beat everything, every freaking time, every time. Just stand behind your president. America voted for your president by an overwhelming vote. So stand behind him, help him, help him do the job, and then you could put in your little 2 cents about you want this, you want that, but help the man do the goddamn job. Oh yeah, John. Whenever you're ready. I mean, I've got one. I've got one already poured, sitting there waiting for you to tell me what you want to do. You got. I told you, John. You got number six. Number six is just sitting there waiting for you. Actually, I think I can grab it right now because I told you my safe's not here or nothing yet. So I just got shit scattered everywhere. Yep, I believe this is the one. It's already in a Cartier Silver bag. Take care, Suda. There it is. Number 6. It's been antiqued a little bit, but if there's anything special that you want to do, I could definitely accommodate that. Because you got to realize when you antique something with liver of sulfur, if you dip it, I mean, I could dip this right now and then bring it right back to pure silver. But I could wash this all day long in the kitchen sink and it's never going to change. It's going to look just like this. So if you want to do something different, if you want to break it down, make like a golden eye or something like that, now you let me know. But that's already in a bag for you waiting. I had B Taylor, he just sent me out his he sent me silver. I did a um couple small pours for him. They were the rounds. I don't know if I have the rounds right here. No, I don't have the rounds right here. But I did some nice little CS rounds. So he's sending me silver. I'm sending him those. Those are in the package that's going out tomorrow. What's this one? Oh, this is my bar. I think you've all seen this several times. That's a big chunky monkey. That's a 10 ouncer. Got the full Cartier Silver stamp on it, not just the CS, because it's big. It's all hammer tone. 001. You want the first bar? It's going to cost you for that one. That one, I think. Yeah, this is my ship round. This is the USS Constitution. That's a sweet little baby right there. This is 6.68 ounces. FG Stacker poured these for me. Well, not poured it for me. He made all the 3D prints, and then I poured it. I got one of these booty girl stacking. She wants the Endeavor. I've got like six or seven different ships. Booty girl wants the Endeavor, but she needs to get in contact with me again. Before I pour it, because I'm not just gonna pour it for nothing. So if she wants it, she needs to contact me. Yeah, I got all kinds of good stuff. I love doing this. I really do. It's like it's a passion for me. That's why I put so much, you know, time and detail into something I do. I mean, I'm proud of this little sucker. That came out beautiful. I know it's video is probably not doing it justice, but every piece that I make, I try to make it, with my heart. And I think that's what kind of sets me out above everybody else. They just want to push it out, get it done. I want the love in it. If it's not good enough, if I wouldn't accept it, I'm not sending it out. If I would be displeased with it, it's not leaving. I'll re-pour it. I'll do whatever the hell I do. It's not gonna happen. So where are we at? We down to about 8 people. It's 3:15 in the morning. Y'all want to keep riding, or y'all ready to go to bed? Yeah, Renee. I mean John, if you want to, I told you I'll trade out. I will trade out silver. All right, Tim. I appreciate you coming by, my friend. I will check my email after I get off of here. See if I got you on there or not. I'm afraid to touch my phone when I'm doing a live because me and computer stuff do not work out whatsoever. And I know if I start playing with my phone trying to look at your email, I am going to lose the feed. It's going to go wrong, and I'm just going to get pissed off and say fuck it, and I'm not even going to try again. So y'all have a good night, Tim. But yeah, I'm hoping to pour this little baby tomorrow. Just the sword by itself, without the stone, because I'm gonna do the sword and the stone. I keep talking about it, but that's gonna happen. But I'm probably gonna do the sword all by itself first, just because I want one, because it's so freaking cool. I got some more filing and work to do, because this was a two piece. He originally sent me, well, he didn't originally. He sent them both at the same time. He sent me this other sword, but he said, this was all poured, this was all 3D'd at one time, but the back half of this one got screwed up. He said it's really rough. I could probably work on it and save it, but he did this one. It was split in half, so I super glued this together. Go dropping shit on the freaking tile floor. Well, at least it's plastic. It's not a megalodon tooth. But yeah, I think that baby's gonna be freaking awesome. I can't wait. But I gotta do some little bit more cleanup on it because it's got those lines in it where the 3D printer was like running, up this way, up this way, up this way, up this way. So there's all these lines that are on there, and I did this side already. I filed it all down. Now I gotta do this side, but it's gonna be sweet. I can't wait to do it. A freaking sword and a stone. That's gonna look so cool sitting on my desk. Well, John, I think you have my number. If not, just email me and we'll work it out. Dude, I want you to have this Eye of Horus. We've been talking about this thing for months. I'd be so stoked for you to have this. Where did I put it? There it is. This is like one of my. This is basically my signature piece. Out of everything I do, I mean, I can pour little button rounds or whatever, but this is my signature piece. This is where I started from. You know, everything. I am big into my antiquities. I have a lot of Egyptian artifacts. And this is from a real artifact. This isn't just, something. This is poured off of a original artifact. I have uh, several Egyptian pieces, several Roman pieces. I just love it. I bought a wall from Aaron Burke out of Chicago. Well, it's actually the company itself is Harlan J. Burke, but you probably know Aaron Burke as a better name. This is a 1900-year-old Roman vessel. I don't know what they might have kept in there, but you can see that the inside was lined with, I don't know if it was lined with silver or whatever, but the entire thing used to be like that. It used to be, looking like that. But I took the opportunity to use this, and I sealed it up with wax. And this is now my mom and my dad's urn. Oh my god, I thought I was gonna fucking drop it. Holy shit, my heart just skipped a beat. Ooh! Oh my goodness. But my mom and dad are in there now. It'll it's gonna be a keepsake forever. But I need to get a nice box made, with glass all the way around it, because it scares the hell out of me. Just leaving it sit. I want it to be a little bit more protected. So I'm gonna have to make a box or have somebody make a box. But that's where my mom and dad sit. Just checked. I have 8 Valcambi grammars. We work on. Yeah, we're gonna figure it out. Not a problem. Cartier, do you want me to send you some garnets for the inlay? Oh, that's a good idea. I know I have a little jar of they're cheese. They're probably, imitation. I think one is actually a red ruby, but it's way too big to freaking actually fit in there. Hold on, let me show you. I got a whole little thing of these little stones that I pulled out of jewelry. They're probably cheap, not worth much. I know there's some. I know that all these little ones are actually diamonds, but I got little stones like this. You know, I don't know if I could possibly fit. That's almost the size of the head. You know, so it's got to be pretty small. Let's see if I can hold it without dropping it. Damn it! Come on, fumble fingers. But I got a nice little redstone, but it's gonna be way too big. You know, it's almost the exact size of the head. But I got all these other little ones. You know, stuff that I pulled out. So I don't know, but we'd have to get into like size dimension. You know, I'll have to go get a micrometer and actually figure out, you know, what kind of size it is. But I pulled all this stuff out of jewelry. I know there's little tiny diamonds. That probably ain't worth nothing. But whenever I get a piece of jewelry or something like that, where I'm just stripping it down to get the gold from, I save it all. I just put it in this little jar. Jake Hudson, hey buddy, how you doing? I love my song. I have my song as my ringtone on my phone, just so you know that. I don't know if you guys ever heard my song or not. Um, I don't know if I can. Well, I might be able to do it, but I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to jump off of here and see if I can't find it. But I got it in here. Jake Hudson made this for me. It was freaking awesome. Let me see if I can't. Let me see if I can't do it. It should be underneath my email. Oh, Tim, I got you. I got you right there. Where would it be? All mail. I should have my song in here. Oh, it's not coming up, Jake. It's not underneath my other email either. But yeah, Jake made me a beautiful song with the AI stuff. It's a nice country song. I have it in my one of my videos. So if you wanna go hear it, I wish I could play it for you. I am not a technology kind of guy, but this is kind of his thing. He's an autistic man, and this is what makes him feel good. He does this to cope with all the things that he does, and he loves to make songs. And I saw one. I think it was a was it a you put one up the other day. Was it a poetry piece, or was it that just lyrics from another song? Free King, what's up, brother? All right, everybody. It's been like almost 2 hours. I need to take a little pause for the cause. I'll be back in 1 minute. Who do you? All right, thank you for that temporary break. My bladder definitely needed it. T Bird, what the hell are you doing up? Come on. You need to go to sleep, brother. Glad you came by, Ma. Glad you came by. Rhonda. Yeah, this is where everybody comes when they got nothing else to do. T Bird, check it out. Bluto. Looking great or what? He came out of the tumbler. He's ready to go. All I gotta do is stamp him up on the bottom. I gotta do a little bit of stamping on the bottom. I want to antique the bottom of it. I think it would look better if he's like standing on a rock. But I got to talk to Mr. Minix about that. See what he wants to do. Popeye is coming out awesome as well. I've gone all up and down one side of him and the other. The only thing I got to do is I got a spot between his legs and I got a spot over here. His pipe is still there. The pipe that I made. I just need to put a little bead on the end of it after he's all cleaned up, tumbled, polished up. But I'm loving these pieces. I'm absolutely in love with these pieces. They're coming out so great. And then we're going to do the sword and the stone. I'm going to cast this. I think I'm going to do this tomorrow. I've been talking about it. I think I'm going to do just the sword by itself tomorrow because I want one. And then I'm going to do the sword and the stone. But T-Bird, Megalodon tooth, all glued back together. Can't tell that I dropped it on the tile floor anymore. But like I said, it was a poor piece. So I bought it just to pour it. I'm being a lot more careful now. I need to get one of them little carpet things. I need to get a rolly chair. I need a rolly chair. I need a rolly chair with one of those carpet things underneath me. Yeah, FG Stacker poured this for me. And I told him, I said, I want to do uh, an Excalibur sword in the stone. I said, but I need you to pour me the sword because I want to have the fun of like finding a stone and doing a because it's gonna have to be like a multiple print. I'm gonna have to put this in the dirt first, and then I'm gonna have to like press a stone in. I'm gonna have to pull this out, press a stone in, and then put this back in the dirt. You know, on multiple sides. I'm gonna do it on both sides to make sure that it's coming out and looking good. But I think it's gonna be awesome. I think everything's gonna be a nice high polish silver. I'm thinking about toning the hilt here with like maybe blues and golds, and I'm playing with the idea of drilling this stuff out. You got what should be a gem there and a gem there, and using some stuff I got here, to make it look really cool. I got an offer, for someone to send me some gems. Nothing real expensive, but I'd like to put something really cool in there. I don't know. It's gonna be a project, most definitely. To make it perfect, make it beautiful. But like I said, I love a challenge. I love a challenge. Sword and a stone with the gems. Hell yeah, that's gonna rock it. I'm telling you, that's gonna be probably one of my best pieces so far. I think I'm gonna do the sword by itself just tomorrow, T-Bird. I got tomorrow off, and I need to do a test on the garage, because I am using electric furnace. So I need to do a test on the garage to see if, I need to change breakers or anything like that. So I think I'm going to do a sword just by itself tomorrow because it'd be cool just to have a freaking silver sword. I mean, come on. No, I think it's going to come out to be a beautiful piece. I have no doubt. T-Bird, that's why I am Cartier Silver. I make it work. I don't give up. When somebody sends me something like this, Popeye, nobody else wants to pour it. Oh, it's too complicated. Oh, bullshit. Send it to me. I got it. Not only did I get it, I got his pipe too. Well, partial pipe. Because Popeye's pipe broke off. It was like a string with a little bead on the end of it. That just broke off as soon as you touched it. What did I do? I made one. When I had him in the sand, I bored a little hole and I dropped in. I actually dropped in a little piece of shot. I was hoping it was going to stick, but the shot didn't stick. So he looks like he's smoking a big cigar. So he's going to come out great. And then afterwards, I can put a little bead right on the end of that, and he's going to have a nice little pipe. But it's hard for me at night because I come home so late. No, because if I fire up the Dremel and shit right now, people would probably shit their pants. I got roommates. I got to be respectful. But I got tomorrow off. Oh, T-Bird, I got the title company coming to the house tomorrow for my dad's place. I need to sign the final paperwork. Cha-ching. Someone's getting a big check. But I didn't really show off a whole lot of anything tonight. Oh, T-Bird, check this out. Get this out of the way. All that change and stuff down there, that's all my Coinstar. Even over here. That's the shit that I found at Coinstar. I was going through it the past couple nights. I'm trying to uh, put it into certain aspects. This is all Canadian. Like quarters, nickels, pennies, dimes. I got a whole stack from. Check this out. That's all from Aruba. All these are from Aruba. Things you find in Coinstar. Right? Ain't that crazy? Like I said, I work in a great place, a great area. Everybody, travels. Uh-oh. Reconnecting. Is anybody getting circles? Or was that because I moved the phone? I got a bunch of euros, $2 euros. Those are worth like $2.50 a piece. I found crazy shit, man. You'd be surprised what people would stick in a coin star, thinking that they can maybe get a little bit of cash back. But I sort of had them separated a little bit. These are the ones with little holes in them. So with the holes in them, I'm assuming they're some kind of Asian coin. All right, John. I'll check it out when I get off. I know I got Tim's email too. And this little square one. Square coins. Ain't that crazy? Look at that shit. Over here, before I slid everything aside, I had, I believe over here I have a lot of Mexican and pesos. No, that's not 69. That's garbage. But check this out. This is it's beat up. It's got a big bend on the side of it. No, it's been hurt. It looks like somebody hit it with a hammer. Probably ain't worth shit. But this is 1863. I'm trying to remember where it's from. But I've got tons of this shit everywhere. I've got bags of these coins that I bought that I haven't even gone through yet. But anything, I mean, it's just so cool. I mean, I want to collect the coins from around the world. There's a couple people like FG Stacker, and I think Humble is doing it too, or maybe Spokane. I don't remember. But they're trying to collect, all the silver coins. Not every country had a silver coin. And right now there's probably, last I looked, was 195 countries in the world. So just to collect 195 coins from every single freaking country in the world, I think would be an amazing feat all by itself. I mean, if you could do it in silver, more power to you, but it's not going to happen. Oh, T-Bird, awesome. $1.75 works all the time. Yeah, I got to straighten out this one woman at work. She'd be like, "Oh, I already grabbed it and threw all that shit away." And it's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Why are you throwing it away? Do you have any idea what you might be throwing away?" Like, "Oh, it's all garbage. The Coinstar wouldn't take it, so I just threw it away." Like, you're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot. I'm trying to educate her. It's like, do you understand? A euro like this coming out of a freaking Coinstar is $2.50. $2 euro. That's $2.50. No, and I'm not doing it for because I want to. I'm not gonna cash these in. but I want to make a nice little setup. I was actually I was looking the other day, when I was at the store, because they got me working the floor a little bit more, so I'm having to go through all the stuff that's around, instead of just standing there all day cutting meat. But anyway, I found these beautiful freaking containers that they use for like catering. There's like these big black containers with a lid on it, and it's got like 7 or 8 different little pockets inside of it where they put all the different shit. I was like, damn, if I can I need to buy like a couple of those off of them, and it'd be great for coins. I can go buy country, or copper, or silver, and I could have all these things with a top lid. Throw in some silica packs in there. I think that would be awesome. Let's break out the big boys again. We talked about that one before. That's for John. I've already got that set. I've already got this set aside for John. T-Bird, you know this one. You got one. The Cartier Silver bag. All right, Horace. This is number 6. This one's for John. One way or another, me and John are going to make a deal because I want him to have this. I really want John to have this. He has been beside me from like day one. And I take care of my friends. I take care of my people. D-Bird, you know the big chunky monkey. The USS Constitution. 6.68. 6.68. Got the CS on the bottom. I gave one of those to Wounded Warrior Projects this year. I think they got like 240 for it. And there's the big boy. There's the big 10 ounce that I poured. That's the biggest one I poured so far. I wanted to do a kilo this summer, but I just haven't gotten to it. It's all nice and hammered. 001. I can smack you in the head with this thing and probably kill you. She's a big boy. You can hear it. It's a big chunk of metal. But I got all my mail. I'm ready for tomorrow. Everything's gonna go out. So people who have been freaking out about, Art by Bull has been, freaking, you know, going a little bit nuts about the mail, but Jackass Jeff gave me the freaking wrong address. And when I went to bring it to the postal place, they were like, "This is not a viable address." So I had to come back. So I said, "Don't worry about that one." I said, "I'll take it back." And then I was waiting for him to pop up, somewhere in the feed. It's like, you know, I know I'm going to see you eventually, and about a week or two later, he popped up. He's like, "Oh, I haven't gotten your thing yet." It's like, I didn't have an address. I said, "Your address came up unviable." I said, "Send me email me your address." And somebody else had to actually send it for him, but I got him all straightened out. I've got B Taylor. We just made a trade for some silver for a couple some rounds that I made. So those will be going out. I got some GAW wins that from one of my last lives that I did. Those are going out, and they got kicked up. I mean, I popped all you guys up. So if you won from the last GAW, you're getting more than what you expected. No, I think I can do. I can pour 32 ounce. I got you, John. Don't worry about it. That son of a bitch is gonna get put in an envelope tomorrow. We'll figure it out from there. I know you. I'm not worried about it. Well, I have a 2 kilo pour. My crucibles, I have a 2K, so it should be more than enough to be able to pour a single kilo. I got the long, deep ones. The big long ones. I mean, some of them are shorter, but I got the big long ones. Rocka. Oh, that's funny. Honey, it's not bragging if it's the truth. That's all I'm going to say. T-Bird, I don't see why you couldn't. I mean, you're looking at what is it? 30, 31.5 to make a kilo. That's all right, T-Bird. I appreciate you even stopping by, man. You're my brother. I love you. You know that. I gotta drag my ass to bed here pretty soon, but I'm probably gonna be stupid and stay up all night, up all night. Cartier Silver, and that's cocktails and coins. That's my freaking baby right there. So if you ever see anybody out there sporting cocktails and coins, you just like them. I ain't gonna tell you all what to do, but that's my baby right there. Been my baby for a long time. There are fakers out there. Y'all know what to do. That's all I'm gonna say. T-Bird, you should be able to pour a kilo. You got basically the same furnace that I have. I don't have anything right here. Now that I have a garage to pour in, I mean, I have all my shit out there, so I can't really just run out and I can't really just pick up a piece and show it to you. But if you got that long tube, I mean, because some of them are shorter, but if you got the long one that goes almost like all the way to the bottom of the furnace, that thing will hold more than enough to do a kilo. But that'll be a future pour for me. When I get like I said, I got that big ass check coming. I'm gonna put some of the money into my business at work. I'm gonna because when you work at Publix, you actually own stock in the company, and once a year they allow you to buy extra stock. So I'm gonna probably drop probably about 10 grand just in the stock option, and the rest I'm gonna buy silver. I'm gonna buy some gold, and I'm just gonna keep a nice little nest egg. I don't care about going out and buying a new car or none of that bullshit. I am not a superficial person. I live simple. I live happy. But I want to have that big nest egg, and I'm gonna freaking have it. And I got 9 more years till my retirement, and dumping 10 grand into my company that makes 400 freaking $1 billion a year is gonna work out pretty goddamn good as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, you can pour a kilo. I know you can. You've got almost the same exact freaking furnace that I have. Well, you buy at least the same crucibles. I mean, the furnace isn't exactly perfect. Well, not exactly the same, but you get the long ass crucibles. That thing will that thing will hold freaking 32 ounces of silver. I think it's like what 31.5 to make a kilo, but you're gonna throw in like 32, 33. I mean, you're gonna make it heavy. That way you can shave off a little bit of the top. But yeah, this is a great day for me. I gotta sign the paperwork tomorrow, T Bird. I got a title agent coming to the house to finish up the paperwork, and then it's gonna be just a automatic deposit into my checking account. My dad did very good as far as money went. That's all I'm gonna say. He was uh he was a veteran from Korea. He worked in the Air Force, and he lost his well, not he didn't lose it at the time, but he seriously damaged his ears by filling up the the jets. He was fueling up the jets, and his eardrums, took a major damage. By the time my dad was like in his 50s, he was basically completely deaf. He read lips, and that's basically the only way you could communicate with him. And he went from being in the Air Force to being a cop. And when his hearing got too bad for being a cop, he went into being a prison guard. So he has multiple pensions and disabilities from the Air Force, and my dad was very smart with money. He did good. He left a very large sum of money. I mean, this is the last. This is the last of it. I mean, he had left a lot of money to us kids and the family and the grandbabies. So he was smart, but this is the last of it. No, this is his house because he got remarried. My mom died in 2002, and he remarried. You know, probably a couple years later. No, that's just the way that they were. But he was married to this woman for almost 20 years as well, and she'd gotten older. You know, she had fell and broke her hip or her something like that. I don't remember. But my dad died probably about 3 years ago. Oh, excuse me. He died about probably about 3 years ago, and when he moved in with her, you know, he paid off her mortgage, and you know, so automatically they had paperwork written up that you know half the house was his. So half the house goes to her, and half the house comes to me and my sisters. And she got to the point where she don't want to deal with it anymore. She's getting old. I mean, she's in her 80s as well, so she's living with her daughter now, and she's like, just get rid of it. So she decided to sell the house, and I'm doing the final paperwork on the place tomorrow. So I'm looking at a nice big chunk of change again. And like I said, I'm gonna invest it in the place that I work in because we have stock options. And I don't know if you know, East Coast people, you probably know about Publix. I mean, we're fucking huge, and I am the one of the two busiest stores in the state of Florida. The only store that's busier than us is Orlando, but we're pretty goddamn huge, and we make a lot of freaking money. So stock options in that company for the next 9 years until I retire will definitely pay off very good. You know, if I make it that far. I mean, that's my whole concern. I don't know if I'm going to make it to 65. I'm going to be 56 September. But we'll see what happens. Oh, excuse me. Yawning again. I need to get my ass up early tomorrow because I need to finish up Popeye. I need to get all this crap finished up. Get him done. I gotta take all my stuff to the shipping place. Get all my mail sent out. Then I got a 2 o'clock appointment for the title company to come in. She's bringing her witness and all that shit. I mean, it's one of those things, you know, with the notary and all that stuff. She has to. Ugh. Oh, excuse me. It has to be a witness and everything and all that. So, all right. I think I am done. I want y'all to have a great night. This is Cartier Silver. I'm yawning like crazy. I'm ready to go. Y'all keep on keeping on. I love every single one of you. I appreciate you. Like, subscribe, share, do all that happy fucking horror shit. I don't care. Y'all take care of yourself. Be nice to others.